Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And on this episode, we're going to actually take some OG tires that are 37 years old and quite frankly are in pretty good condition. They still have the little knobbies on them and they're very pliable and flexible, but they're a little bit yellow. And that happens over time with these tires. But these are very, very rare tires. They're expensive tires. And today we're actually going to bleach them back to white. That's right. We're actually going to use a chemical called Salon 40, and I'll show you what that looks like. And we're going to brush it on. We're going to leave it out in the sun all day. We'll probably do it for multiple days, and then we'll see how bright we can get these tires. But if this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and let me show you what we're working with. Now, as you can see over here, we've got the tires, and these are the all-white GT tires. And as you can see, these are a little bit yellow, and I wanted to show a comparison. I've actually got some Repop LP5s, and you can really see the difference between a brand new tire and these tires here. And for what it's worth, these tires are actually in really, really good shape and somewhat difficult to find. They've got decent logos on there. So we're going to be very careful to make sure that we get the Salon 50 on this entire tire, but we don't want to get it on the logo. Definitely don't want to get it there because we could have bleached that out, and we certainly don't want to do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to take these outside in the sun and let them bake for a little bit, and then we'll flip them, and then we'll see what they look like. Talking about the Salon 40, here's where the Salon 40 comes into play. This bottle, I believe I got on Amazon, and you can get this at any beauty supply store or anything like that. But this is what we're going to use to get these tires back to white. So there's another shot there so you can see the comparison. And yeah, hopefully we can get them back to white and we can put this on a future build. But that's what we're doing today, guys. Hopefully I don't screw this up. And so the next scene here, we're going to actually take it outside, put it on a table, and we'll start to apply the Salon 40. All right, guys, so we got the tires outside. And before we get started, I do want to say make sure you wear protective gloves and some protective eyewear. As you can see, I've got protective gloves. This stuff is basically to bleach hair, and it can really eat up your skin. So it's really important that you protect your hands and your eyes. As you can see, I've got professional protective eyewear. Just kidding, it's my glasses. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and pan down here to the tires. And we've got our Salon 40 here that we put in a bowl, and we're just going to use a brush and we're going to brush it on, and we're going to go about 2/3 over the way of the tire. Okay, I've also got some Q-tips. Okay, and these Q-tips are going to be used just to kind of go around the GT logo. All right, I don't want to get anything on that GT logo. If I do, it's going to bleach it and it's going to completely destroy it. So that's what we're going to do, and hopefully we don't mess this up because these are very expensive tires and we don't want to screw it up. But I think if we do it the right way and we're patient with it, I think it'll come out okay. Another thing I want to mention is we're not going to use plastic. There's videos out there where people actually use plastic. You really don't need the plastic. All you need is the UV rays from the sun, and I don't want to increase the chances. If I put plastic all over this, I'm afraid I'm going to get some bleed and it's going to get on the logos, and we don't want to do that. So I've known a couple other people that have actually done this process before, and they haven't put the plastic around it, and it still came out white. So no plastic in this scenario. All right, guys, all we're going to do is we're going to apply this, and again, we're going to go about 2/3 down. All the way around. We're going to be very careful not to get any on this logo. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to leave this on for about 3 hours. And then I'm going to do the other side and let that sit for about another 3 hours. And then we'll repeat this process. And then we'll wash it off, and then we'll repeat this process tomorrow. We're supposed to have a good day tomorrow, lots of sun. I'm here in Florida, and it's about 70 degrees today is the forecast, so it's a perfect day to be doing this. All right, we're just going to get the best we can around this logo here. I don't want to touch it. It's okay if we don't get all the way to it. I think once this is all done, you'll hardly be able to tell. So check it out, guys. It's been about 3 hours, and what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna flip it. And as you can see, take a look at this side here. Just gonna lay it down and look at the difference. I mean, it's pretty apparent that it's working. You can see that this side has got a slight yellow off-white. Now granted, this Salon 40 is on here pretty thick, but once we wash that off, we're gonna have a much wider tire here. So we're just gonna lay this down carefully, and then we're gonna do this side. And again, coming down 2/3 of the way so that we get an even application. By the way, once these sit out in the sun for 3 hours on each side, we'll take it inside and we'll just run some warm water through the tires. We'll clean off all the Salon 40 and then dry it off with a paper towel. And that's pretty much it. And we'll see what it looks like. All right, guys. So now we just got back and we're at the end of day one. And look at this comparison. Remember, we've got the LP5 here, which is brand new. This was the OG. Look with just one application how much wider this tire has gotten. So the Salon 40 works. It works like a charm. So, I mean, just look at it. You can see that it looks so much wider, not quite as white as the repop tire, but we're going to do one more application. We're also going to touch up around the GT logo because you can still see there's still somewhere. I was too afraid to get close to the logo. We're going to do one more application and see what that looks like, and I think we'll get real close to that repop tire. In addition, you can also do cables, and so I have these shorty cables. These are the first generation gyro cables. These are hard to find. I got lucky to find them, and as you can see, we've got some staining around these cables. You got to make sure that you tape up the ends because it will stain the metal ends. But we're going to go ahead and try to get these white as well so that we can put it on future builds. So I've got this one, and I've got another set that I was able to find that's on the way. So we'll see how the cables come out when we put some Salon 40 on. So stay tuned for that. Okay, we've made it out here into the sun, and you can see there, you can see the white on these tires that we did on the first pass. Look at the cables, not hardly as white. We're going to go ahead and do the second application. And I think 2 applications is going to be enough. I don't think I need it much whiter than that. You know, judging by the looks and comparisons to the LP5s, they look pretty white as it is. So I just want to go over these one more time and then hit those cables as well. So that's what we'll do now. All right, guys, so we cleaned up our cables, and this is day one for the cables, and they look significantly better. I mean, I'm really, really pleased with day one's application here. We don't have a lot of browning anymore on this cable. This cable right here was really bad, and you can see that I'd say 75% of that staining is gone. This one looks really nice over here on the bottom, but this one here we'll have to hit again tomorrow. Thankfully, we're going to have sun tomorrow, so I'll be able to hit this one again, and then we'll unwrap it and see what it looks like. So, success. Success. All right, guys, we are on day 3. That's right, day 3. And as you can see, there's only one tire here. So this is going to be day 3 for this tire because I noticed that when I started comparing both the tires, that the other tire was slightly wider than this one. So I'm going to put one more application. This will be 3 on this particular tire just to get it hopefully the same color as the other one. And then it's day 2 for these cables. So, and as you can see, day 2 really clean these cables up pretty nicely, but I think it needs just one more application. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go 2 applications on this and a third on this one. So you'll have to play it by ear when you're doing yours, whether or not you need 2 applications or 3, or what you feel needs to be done for your project. But in this case, we're going to go 1 extra day on the tire, and we're going to do 2 applications on these cables. Okay, guys, so we're all done, and let's take a look at the results here. We'll start with the cables, and yes, a lot of that staining came out. Look at that. This was 2 treatments, and really pleased with the way this came out. And if you look here, you can see that some of the hydrogen peroxide from the Salon 40 got on those little metal tabs there, but it will oxidize. I just took a little wire brush and got most of it off. But all in all, those look good. And then, of course, you got the tires that came out super bright white. Very, very pleased with the way that this came out. Look at that. Logos look perfect. And I went ahead and mounted them on the U-Kais just so you can get the full effect here. And this looks super, super nice. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Very, very pleased with the way that this came out. Taking a look at the other side here, you can see super bright white. Logos look very, very good. And that's it. No more yellowing. I mean, just take a look at it. Absolutely gorgeous. So that pretty much wraps it up for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely give this a try if you've got some yellowing on your tires. This works great on, of course, cables, tires, grips, seats. You can do it with all kinds of things. So, but that's it for this video, guys. Hope you liked it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.